Hello and welcome to another edition of the Black Business Experience. I'm Robert Felder here at BVN. Today I'd like to talk to you about pursuing your passion as a business. I was reading a recent article and it had me thinking about this topic as far as turning your passion into profits. Is that always logical? Is it practical? Does it always make sense? Because let's face it, because you have a passion for something doesn't necessarily mean there is a market for it. You can't guarantee that somebody's going to pay you for it. However, you can still have your passions. You can still write your books, but you shouldn't always expect somebody to pay for something there may not be a market for. Now, you can always create an opportunity where you test something out, but maybe you should do a little homework to see if there's actually a market for what you are planning to pursue. So, before you quit your day job, let's look at your passion. Just ask some tough questions. Number one, is there a market for it? And you can do some things that are simple, like say go online and see if there are Google ads for it. See if there are ads for it in Facebook. See if there are competitors in your local phone book to see if there are other players in the pond before you get wet and before you get ruined. And the next thing I'd like to suggest is if there is a market for it, see how much people are paying for those products and services. Look at the size of the actual market. See if the market is big enough for you to make a profit from and make a living from, especially before you depart your day job. Now, it's not practical, it's not reasonable to think that you're going to get 100% of a market. So scale back, be very conservative in the numbers of what you think you can capture of that market, times how much people are willing to pay for those services before you quit your day job, just to make sure that you can make an actual income from that. Then you want to subtract your expenses. This is real. You just want to make sure. Now, if you have more questions on this, you can go to the SBA, look at a sample business plan, and it will give you more questions to ask. Why get out there and fail when you can make sure that your passion can actually produce profits? Now, I'm never going to tell you don't pursue your passion. I believe that is awesome for you to jump out there and do that. If you are 100% convinced that you should, test it. Spend the money, test it. Spend the money, build it. Get some people behind it if it's necessary, but test it. Give it 6 months and see how well it does. If it does well, great. If it doesn't do so well, tweak it or abandon it. But at least you know it's a passion which may be for play and not necessarily for profits. If you have more questions here, I'd love to hear from you. As always, you can reach me here at rfelder@blackvideonews.com. Once again, this has been the Black Business Experience. I'm Robert Felder.